Okay, let's start with problem number 1. We have a mother bought some tomatoes. She kept half of it for her family. She shared 2/3 of what was left to her neighbor. If there were 9 tomatoes left, how many tomatoes did she give to her neighbor? So let me use a block to solve this, or blocks to solve this problem. So let me draw a block. Okay, never mind what is this? My line, not straight. Okay, so if this entire block represents the number of tomatoes bought by mother, so half of this kept for her family. So let's get half. Okay, so let's divide this into 2. So assuming these two parts are equal, so meaning this is the half, correct? This one kept for the family. Then what did she do with the remaining? She shared 2/3 to the neighbor. So since there is only one part, we need to divide this into 3 to get 2/3. Do you agree? Okay, let's divide this into 3 parts. Okay, assuming the 3 parts are equal, then let's get 2/3 here. So this is the 2/3 shared to the neighbors. And this is the left number of tomatoes left, which is 9. After giving this to the neighbors or neighbor, she had 9 tomatoes left. So this one small block here represents 9 tomatoes. So if this is 9, this is also 9, this is also 9, meaning this half is 3 times 9, correct? Which is, what is 3 times 9? That's 27. So half of this is 27. So if this is 27, this half also is 27. So let's multiply this by 2 since there are 2 27s. So total number of tomatoes of mother was 54. Correct? But that's not the question. The question is how many tomatoes did she give to her neighbor? These two parts here given to the neighbor. So if this is 9, so this is 9, this is 9. So it's 2 times 9, correct? So 2 times 9, that's 18. So our answer is 18, given to the neighbor. Clear? Okay, let's solve problem number 2. The problem is, a tank is 2/3 full of water. After JC used 5 liters, the tank is left half full of water. What is the capacity of the tank when full? So we start with 2/3. So let me draw a block again. So don't mind the lines of my block. Okay. So let's have this block represents the tank. Then we need 2/3, so we need to divide this into 3 equal parts. So assuming the parts are equal. Okay, so assuming these 3 parts are equal, then the water is up to here, 2/3 full. Oh, it's 2/3, sorry. 2/3, okay. So the water is up to here, full, 2/3. But after JC used 5 liters, the tank is left half full. So the half is here, correct? If you draw a dotted line here, that's half of the entire block. Okay? Yeah. This is half of the entire block. Do you agree? Yes. So after using 5 liters, so meaning this must be the 5 liters. Because after using this, the water in the tank becomes half full. There, that's one half. Do you agree? It's one half. This is one half. Okay. So, if this is 5, this is also 5. Since we divide this into 2 equal blocks, so let's also divide this into 2. Okay, assuming these two are equal, so with this, so meaning each small block represents 5. There, 5. Correct? So if you want to know the capacity of the tank when full, so you count how many 5s are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just multiply 6 times 5. And that will give you 30. So our answer is 30 liters. There. Okay, let's go to number 3. Problem number 3. A string was cut into 3 pieces in the ratio 5:4:2. If the longest piece of string is 87 cm longer than the shortest piece of string, find the length of the string before it was cut. So let's start with the ratio 5:4:2. Obvious, this is the longest piece. This is the shortest piece. So let me draw blocks again to represent this ratio. So the first one is 5 blocks. So let me draw 5 blocks. Okay, assuming the blocks are equal, never mind my line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, again, assuming the blocks are equal, then the next is 4. So let me draw 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the last one is 2, the shortest piece. So let me draw 2. Okay, assuming the blocks, the small blocks are equal. There. So again, we have the ratio 5, 4, and 2 is to 2. So it says, if the longest piece of string, if this one is 87 cm longer than this, find the length of the string before it was cut, meaning you add all these 3. So where is this 87 longer? If you notice, the shortest has only 2 blocks, and this one has 5, meaning their difference is this one, correct? That's the 87 cm longer than this one here. Do you agree? So you start with 3 blocks. So let's start with 3 blocks is equal to, this is S, 87. Okay. Again, 3 blocks represent 87 cm. So you have to get the equivalent of 1 block. Okay. So to get the equivalent of 1 block, yes, you just divide 87 by 3, correct? So what's 87 divided by 3? 8 divided by 3, that's 2. Correct? Then I think it's 9. Okay, let's double check. 29 times 3, that's 87, correct. So each block is 29 cm. So the question now is find the length of the string before it was cut. So you have to add all. Since we know that 1 block is 29, So we have to know how many blocks are there. So we have 5 here, 4, that's 9, plus 2 here, that's 11. So there are 11 blocks in all. So we just multiply 11 times, since one block is 29 cm, so 11 times 29, correct? Instead you add 29 plus 29 plus 29 plus 20 plus 20, just multiply 11 times 29. So what's 11 times 29? 11 times 29 is 319. Okay. So our answer is 319 cm. There. That's the length of the string before it was cut. Okay, this time, let's solve problem number 4. It says, Jonathan spent 2/5 of his money on a basketball. He then spent 1/2 of his remaining money on a sports bag. If 20% of his money was 35 pesos, how much money did Jonathan spend on the sports bag? So we start with the 2/5. So let me draw a block. Okay, let's see. Okay, don't mind the line, not straight. Okay, let me draw a block that will represent his money. Okay, if this is the block, if this block represents his money, so we need to get 2/5, which is spent on basketball. So we need to divide this into 5 equal parts. Okay, assuming the parts are equal, let's divide 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, assuming the parts are equal, so we need 2/5. So these two parts is the 2/5. Okay, so this is 2/5. So this one spent on basketball. Okay, clear? Then he spent half of the remaining on sports bag. These 3 parts is the remaining money, correct? So we need to get half of this. So how to get half of this remaining? That's the money spent on a sports bag. So half of this 3 is here, correct? This portion here. There. Okay, assuming, okay, this part here. That's half, correct? Half of this. Can you see that? Correct? So meaning this one, these portions, these two here, these 2 parts here, is the money spent on a sports bag. So let me write SB for sports bag. SB again is sports bag. Now, if 20% of his money was 35 pesos, if you change 20% to fraction, 20% is just equal to 20 over 100. Okay? Then if you reduce that to lowest term, that's equivalent to 1/5. So meaning, again, 20% is just equal to 1/5. A while ago, we have 5 equal parts. So this is 1/5, correct? This is 1/5. Do you agree? There. This 1/5 is 35 pesos. So if this is 35 pesos, since one part is 35, so this must be 35 pesos. And this is just half of 35. And what is half of 35? So this part is half of 35. That's 17, what? 1750? Correct. 1750, half of 35. So, the cost of the sports bag, because that's a question, How much money did Jonathan spend on sports bag? So this is a sports bag. So it's 35 and the 1750 here. So we just simply add to get the answer. 35, let's write 35.00 plus this one, the 1750. Okay. So if you add them, that will give you a total of what? 52.50. Okay. So our answer is 52.50. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.